G'day everyone, John from Ascent Fitness, and it's a very early start for us this morning. It's nearly 5:30 and we're going to be wheels up here in any minute and we're heading for Cradle Mountain. Got to get there nice and early to beat the boom gate, just so you can have a shorter walk at the end of the day, which we'll all appreciate. So our mission today is to get a crew together and head up to the summit of the world famous Cradle Mountain. An amazing walk and an overly technical walk, I think, for something which is marketed so heavily. Anyway, let's see how we go. Well, we're here. Cradle Mountain, somewhere behind that cloud, but we think it might burn off during the morning. So the crew's registered in. We've got 7 here to go out and have a great day. Some of them are going to Cradle Mountain for their first ever trip and it'll be amazing. Let's get cracking. Well, here we are, we're on the way now, 40 minutes in, and we're at the famous Dove Lake boat shed. So we've peeled some layers off and we're starting to now eye off our next objective, which is in theory up there somewhere, and that's Marian's Lookout. So it's a bit of a stiff climb whichever way you go, and there's 3 ways basically you can get up to there from the start. One is via the overland track, secondly via the Wombat Pool, and the third one, which we're taking, is to go a bit further along the Dove Lake track and then hit the Marian's Lookout link track, or as we like to call it, the Fast and Nasty. Let's get up there. Well, here we are at Kitchen Hut. This is the one just behind me. And the thing about being out here, even though it's quite a short distance to walk to, this is remote stuff and it can be hazardous. And the weather is ever changing. You can see there that it's a 2-story hut behind me, and yet there's a shovel up on the 2nd floor outside the door. And that's to help people dig themselves out when the snow drifts really come in strongly during the winter. But that snow and all sorts of weather can happen any time. So now at the moment we've got a complete whiteout, and Cradle Mountain's up over there somewhere, and it doesn't give us much of an idea if there's going to be much of a view. Now generally speaking, the principle is if you can't see the top of the mountain from the bottom, you really need to rethink whether you need to go up today, because mountains will be there. We've got a habit of sticking around, they'll be there next time. So we've just been talking to the crew about what we might do today, and the great thing is there's plenty of options to have a go at. So I reckon we'll probably look at maybe abandoning going to Cradle today, coming across the face track and having a look at a few adventures on the other side. Stay with us. Well, we had a bit of a look at things and took an assessment, and it just seems that the cloud was just not going to lift today. So as a result of that, we've put the summiting of Cradle Mountain on ice for today. So we're off to have adventures elsewhere. We've come across the face track and gone down to the Rangers shelter. And as you can see there, there's not a whole lot of Little Horn being shown, and certainly nothing of Weindorfer's Tower, so the summit probably won't be much better. So, next best thing, given that we've already taken out one 1200 plus metre peak on Marian's Lookout, we're now going to head for Hanson's Peak, and then we might grab ourselves some lunch. lunch is on board, and we've just come off onto the northern side of Hanson's Peak, and all we need to do to keep things progressing is to get downhill. But to do that from here, we've got to go down there. And so there's luckily there's a bit of chain to hang on to as you make your way down. The easiest thing to do to make sure you get down okay is to make sure that you don't let go of the chain and all is well. So let's get into it. Well, that's a wrap for the day, and it's been a great day out. We're now in Sheffield. We've now suitably repleted our stocks in terms of things that we've eaten. It's all very lovely, and everyone's pretty pleased with themselves. We had a crew go up and bag Mount Campbell on the way through, and then everyone got back together in the car park at Ronnie Creek before we headed out. So it's been a fantastic day. The weather was a bit mixed, but the thing is, it's always important to go into any day out like this with a goal in mind, but being fully prepared to pivot and be flexible as well. So that's my big takeout for today, and looking forward to the next one. See you later.